These 3 UK coins look normal but can be worth good money. Some people say they are rare and sell for a lot. Each coin has a nice design and tells a bit of British history. Some are common, but others in shiny or gold versions can be special. Let's see which ones are real treasures and which are not. The first coin is the 2002 £1 3 Lions coin from the United Kingdom. Some people say this coin is worth up to £2,000, but is that true? Well, the truth is, most of these coins are not very rare, but a few special versions can sell for £40, £55, or even close to £1,900 if made in silver or gold. This coin shows a beautiful design of 3 lions, one above the other. The lions stand for England and have been a part of English history for hundreds of years. On the back of the coin, you see these 3 lions, and on the front, you see Queen Elizabeth II. This was the 4th picture of the Queen used on coins during her reign. This coin came out in the year 2002 and was used in shops and banks until 2017, when the UK changed its £1 coin to a 12-sided shape. After that, the old round pounds were no longer used as money. Now, many people still have these coins in jars or drawers, but they wonder if they are worth something today. Most of the time, the answer is no. About 77.8 million of these coins were made, so they are not rare. A regular used coin from 2002 is usually worth just £1 to £2. One website says the normal coin is worth around £1.63, which is just a little more than the face value. So if your coin is used and not shiny or special, it's not going to make you rich. But there are limited edition versions that are worth more. Some coins were made in silver, in a very smooth and shiny style called proof. There's also a thicker kind called pied fort, which is twice as thick and heavier than a normal coin. Only 6,599 of these silver pied fort coins were made, so they are quite rare. These coins can sell for £40 to £55, depending on the seller and the condition. There's also a gold-proof version of the coin. It looks the same but is made from real gold. This gold coin is worth much more. One site lists it for around £1,921. So if you happen to find one of those in your collection, you are very lucky. The most irregular version of this coin has sold for is about £33.23, and that was a special graded proof coin, not just an everyday one. Graded coins are checked by experts and given a number to show their quality. Coins with a high grade can sell for more money because they are in perfect shape. Another cool part of this coin is the writing on the edge. It says Edicus et tutamen. This is Latin and means an ornament and a safeguard. This was used to stop people from cutting little bits off coins many years ago. So while most 2002 3 Lions £1 coins are not worth much, the rare versions made in silver or gold can be valuable. If you have one that looks different, shiny, or thick, it might be worth getting checked by a coin expert. Even if it's not rare, it's still a great coin to collect and enjoy. The next coin is the 1942 3p coin with the head of King George VI. This coin is very old and was used during the time of World War II. It is a small coin but full of history. Some people say this coin can be worth $10,000, but that is not really true for most. The real value depends on the condition of the coin, if it has any special errors, or if it is a rare version. Most of these coins are only worth a few pounds today, but some might be worth more if they are very clean or never used. So let's look at what makes this coin interesting. The coin was made in 1942, when King George VI was the King of the United Kingdom. He was the father of Queen Elizabeth II. On the front of the coin, you can see the head of the king, facing to the left. Around his head, it says A George of 6 Bromenex, which means George VI, by the grace of God, King of all Britain. This is written in Latin, like many old British coins. On the back of the coin, there is a design showing a Tudor rose, with a thistle, shamrock, and leek around it. These flowers stand for the 4 countries in the UK, England, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales. The words say FID Def INDIMP, which stands for Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. That is because, at the time, the king was still the ruler of India. At the bottom of the coin, it says the value, 3p, and the year 1942. This coin is made from a metal called brass, not silver. Before 1942, some older 3-pence coins were made of silver, but this one is not. It is a 12-sided coin, which makes it easy to feel in your pocket. People like this shape because it was different and easy to use. The size is small, and it feels light in the hand. Now, most of these coins are not rare. In 1942, many of them were made. Records show that over 88 million of these coins were produced in that year. Because of this, it is not hard to find one today. If you have one that is used or worn, it might only be worth £1 or £2. If the coin is clean, shiny, and in top condition, it might be worth a bit more, maybe £10 or £12. These values come from real coin selling websites and auctions. So the idea that this coin is worth $10,000 is not true unless it has a very special error or it is part of a rare collector's set. Some people talk about coin errors that can make a coin worth more. An error might be a mistake in the design, the lettering, or the shape. These kinds of mistakes are not common. If your 1942 3-pence coin has a clear minting error, it might be worth more money. But for most coins from that year, there are no known errors that add huge value. The coin is part of British history, and many collectors like it because it comes from the wartime period. It reminds people of a different time in the world. Even if it is not very valuable, it is still a nice piece to keep in a coin collection. Some people collect these coins by year or try to collect all the coins from the time of George VI. So, if you find a 1942 3-pence coin, check if it is clean, shiny, or has something unusual. If it looks normal and is worn from use, it is not rare. But it is still a coin with a long story behind it. Many people enjoy keeping it just for the history and design. The third coin is the 1975 2-pence coin from the United Kingdom. Some people say this coin is very rare and worth up to $2,000, but that is not true in most cases. This coin was made in very large numbers, and it is not hard to find today. The truth is, most of these coins are only worth a little more than their face value, which is just 2 pence. Still, the coin has an interesting design, and it is a part of British coin history, so let's talk about it. The coin was made in the year 1975. On the front side, you will see a young picture of Queen Elizabeth II. This is her second portrait used on coins. She is wearing a crown, and the words around her say Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 1975. That means Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This was common wording on British coins. On the back side of the coin, you will see a large feather badge, which is a symbol of the Prince of Wales. There are 3 feathers inside a crown, and below it, a ribbon that says ICHDN, which means I serve in German. The number 2 is written below the badge to show the value, and above it, the words new pence are written. The words new pence were used on British coins from 1971 to 1981. This is because in 1971, the UK changed to the decimal system. Before that, British money was based on pounds, shillings, and pence. To help people get used to the new money, the word new was added to the coins. After 1981, they removed the word new and just used 2 pence instead. So, the 1975 coin saying new pence is actually normal and not a mistake. In 1975, the Royal Mint made over 100 million of these coins. To be exact, more than 100 million were produced. Because of this, the coin is very common, and many people still have them at home in jars or old drawers. If your coin is used or worn, it is not worth much, maybe just 2p. If the coin is in very good condition, clean and shiny, it might sell for about £1 to £2. Some sellers online ask for more, but they don't always get it. Now, there is a rare version of the 2p coin, but it is not from 1975. It is from the year 1983. In 1983, the Royal Mint had already changed the wording on the coin to say 2 pence. But a small number of coins that year were made with the old wording new pence by mistake. That error makes those 1983 coins valuable. Some have sold for hundreds or even over £700, especially if they are in mint condition. That is why people get confused and think that all new pence coins are rare, but the 1975 coin is not one of the rare ones. The 1975 2p coin is made from bronze and has a round shape. It is smooth on the edge, with no writing. The coin is not heavy, but it is larger than the newer 2p coins made after 1992. In that year, the Royal Mint changed the metal from bronze to copper-plated steel, and the coin became a bit lighter. So if you have a 1975 2 new pence coin, it is a nice coin to keep, but it is not worth £1,000 or £2,000 like some posts online say. The real value is low unless the coin is in perfect condition or part of a special collector's set. Still, it's a good coin for beginners to collect, and it tells a story from the time when the UK was still getting used to decimal money. Many collectors enjoy saving these coins just for fun or for learning more about old money.